also looks wonderful.
Welcome to Manifest Gratitude. This is our special presentation today for the Thanksgiving holiday, and we're all so grateful and thankful for this another year, another season of gratitude and Thanksgiving. And I am so happy to have a wonderful panel today. We're starting out with our co-host or producer, Wanda Davis. She's a little bit of everything around Manifest Gratitude. So I want to thank you and welcome you, Wanda.
Thank
And
you.
I have what I call my ride and die partner, and that's Deborah Brown. Well, want to welcome Deborah to the podcast today. And I'm very happy to welcome Beverly. Nice seeing you, Beverly, and so happy you were able to join us. And another one of our old time ride die people, Kim Geiger Evans. Welcome, Kim, to the podcast. And what they say, the sister by the other mother, but this is the sister with the same mother, Thelma Ransom, my youngest sister, and my goddaughter, Karen Harris. And I have to say, Karen probably sometimes get tired of me calling on her for every little thing because she happens to be so close to me. So, welcome everybody
Thank
to
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
the podcast. And what we want to do is just share some of the things that we are grateful for, what gratitude means to you, and how do you express it in your day to day living. And if you don't mind, Thelma, can I start out with you?
Okay. Well, as you were talking, let me just say, today I've been thinking a lot about just life itself. Grateful to be alive, grateful that I realize I'm here,
Mhm.
and which means that I'm in my right mind and I can process thought. I'm grateful for my mobility. And I say that because, there's been some challenges in the past
Right.
few years, but I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my family, all my siblings and nieces and nephews. I'm grateful for these beautiful women that are sharing this podcast with us today. Um, I'm grateful for, though we give Thanksgiving on a daily basis, I'm grateful for the set aside time every year that families and friends come together to give thanks for another year of life with each other. So I'm grateful because with the uncertainty of today here in our country, to have that reassurance that we will be taken care of because he that ruleth the universe
Mm.
knows that we are here and he certainly will take care of us. So I'm in the place of gratefulness, resting my mind, resting my spirit, resting all that on the trust that all will go well, it will be taken care of. Grateful because I'm looking around, many times I look around in my own home, and I was just sharing with a young lady friend of mine this morning on the phone. I said, you know what? I never imagined the day that I would go in the store and not look at the prices. By that I meant I picked up some items from as we were preparing for the holiday, and I told her I didn't even look at the price. And she said, "Oh, you don't?" And I said, "No." I said, "But I never imagined that day coming in life because it's been so many upbringing struggles, you know." And I says, and I could never vision that. I says, but today to say that, that, so many things, not just mine, but I was grateful for some of my friends that we all were in that struggle together. And now we're seeing how each other have flourished and have done so well. That makes my heart warm. that makes my self feel that the journey, though sometimes challenging, however, the journey has been worth it all because I've learned something from the journey. And that is that we're always and we will always be taken care of and cared for and loved, and regardless of what comes our way, we are going to triumph because that's what's in us. And I'm grateful.
Thank you. Absolutely true. And and anyone who wanna share or say something as we're going around the round table, feel free. Just say I want to interrupt and just say what you want to say. Beverly, that's share a little of your uh, Thanksgiving or gratitude or just a little bit of anything.
Yeah.
I'm thankful, first of all, for you allowing me to come on your podcast. Thankful to Wanda as well, and all of you beautiful women for letting me speak just a moment of thankfulness. I have so much to be thankful for.
Yeah.
My mom, who is 97 years old,
Amen.
has a little touch of dementia, but I'm thankful my mom is here. I'm thankful that
Thank you.
God has kept her. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my daughter. And I'm also thankful for the few people that I do have that have shown me so much love, and because I've had a loss in my life a couple months ago, and the grieving process, but I'm thankful that I have people in my life that I can talk to that have shown me love. My family,
Amen.
my friend Wanda Davis, I am so grateful. I am so grateful that Wanda is in my life. She doesn't even know how grateful I am. The just overwhelming gratitude for being here, overwhelming gratitude for the things that God has kept me safe from, those things I haven't even seen, and He still is keeping me, keeping my
Absolutely.
family. And I'm just grateful. My heart is overjoyed for just being here and being able to share. And I thank you all
Amen.
for listening, and I'll keep listening. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And I think sometimes we have people around us that are really just living, breathing, walking gifts. And that's the way I see Wanda Davis. And I don't even know where the capacity for Wanda comes from because it's so many people, so many things that she just continues to stretch and do and bring such grace and gratitude. So again, I am so thankful that she produces this podcast, and I'm glad to hear you mention the power of gratitude that lives within her. Thank you for that. Kim, what do you have this year in terms of gratitude in your life?
Gratitude to me is just being, just being here.
I like that.
And just doing what I can do for my family, my friends, just people in general, grateful for, I guess, like an autumn, kind of like an attraction, like people just talk to me just because sometimes I'm outside, I walk up, just say things, and that just lets me know, it lets me have faith still in people in the world, as crazy as it is, I'm just thankful to know that, that not everyone is on a path that, that seems, on that mean path, the path that the world is on today. I'm just thankful that there are people that still reach out and still talk to you and still just appreciate, who you are. I'm also grateful for my children. for my wisdom. I'm grateful that I had a no nonsense mom. Otherwise, I may not be here today. And grateful for you all. Grateful for Deborah Brown and Wanda and Eleanor. Um, I love you all. You always reach out to me, and I thank you. And I'm grateful for everybody here.
Thank you. Thank you. Gratitude is one of those things that is just, sometimes we don't recognize it, but it really is in us. And when you were saying that about everybody being on the path, well, I think we like a path that draws differently. There's so much, like you said, out there in this universe today, and particularly in our environment. But I think people like yourself and others who really have a spirit of gratitude in spite of what's happening lights the path for everyone else. Wherever you are that light that you bring into the room. Karen, what's your thought for this? What you want to share for gratitude this year for anybody who listens?
Well, first of all, I'm thankful for my parents and my upbringing. The fact that they not just brought me to church, but walked a life or a path that showed I could see God through them, and how they treated people, how they cared for other people. That has become a part of me. Mm-hmm. And I am so thankful for that. I'm thankful for my family. I am thankful for my health. I too have had health challenges, and I'm so thankful for friends and family that have blessed me with care and concern in those times when I needed help. I am sometimes I think it's important, as I think about the holidays and I think about loved ones that are no longer with me. Of course, as anyone else, I miss my loved ones. Mm-hmm. However, when I think of all that they poured into me, it gives me strength, it gives me courage to keep moving. It really helps me get through those times where you're wondering how things might go. I lean back on my faith, and I try to pour in to others as it has been poured into me. And with that being said, I would have to say thank you to Eleanor. She's my godmother, but she's like, like family. And when you talk about people being a light to others, wow. She has not only been that to me, but to so many other people. So I want to thank you, Eleanor, for being there for me.
Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. When you have community of support, community of gratitude, you don't know how much, like you take the 7 people here and how that lights a ball or a flame of gratitude that sort of, walk around with you as you go through your day-to-day life and the people you encounter. And I even say the space in which you pass through. Like you're walking, you're driving, whatever. It's a ball of gratitude that just keep expanding and lighting the path and the way, wherever way we go. Um, Deborah, your comments on gratitude for this season.
Well, I would like to start off saying happy Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. I am
Thanksgiving.
so grateful just to be here, to be a part of this podcast with you ladies, whom I love dearly. And I'm just so grateful for my mom and my dad and my siblings. It's eight of us, and the love that my mother instilled in us, and we such a close knit family. I'm just grateful for my strength and my health, and my care for people. I have been a part of so many people's lives where God just give me the strength to step in to say, okay, I don't mind, I'll do, just to give me the strength to make someone else's life easier and better, whatever condition they're in. And I'm so grateful for my mom. Like I said, it was eight of us, but the six of us left, and I'm the one she called on all the time. And sometime in the back of my head, it's like, well, we have other siblings. But then I think about it. I'm just so grateful that I'm able to make her life easy and smooth. And God put me in an apartment 3 blocks away from her. So if I have to drive, if I can't drive, I can walk. And I'm just so grateful for my mom, and I'm grateful for my kids, my grandkids. They all doing so well. One is they moved to Washington D.C., one is in Atlanta, and I'm just grateful, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Eleanor, I've been a big part of you and Trinity for 20 some plus years. Kimmy and Wanda came in, and we just like one big Christian family. And I just love each and every one of you all. And I'm just so grateful that I'm a part of this conversation today.
Thank you, Deborah. Just wonderful to have us here. And I want to hear from our producer, Wanda Davis, on your thoughts of gratitude and life and living.
Well, I'm certainly grateful that you trust me to be a part of this. Eleanor. Eleanor just really, she'll pump a sister up. I'm telling you. But I'm just grateful, for the ability. I'm grateful for skills. I'm grateful for each of you women here. I had met Karen probably, I don't know, it's been a little while, but we actually had a conversation, not only yesterday, but before that, and just the kind nature that she has, and certainly Beverly, we've known each other forever, and I just love her dearly. She is just a ride and live chick for sure. and Kimmy, I met Kim and Deborah and Eleanor as well at Trinity, and we had just formed a bond, and I think the thread in that is the love for God, for ourselves and for others. That's what I think the thread is, and just remaining grateful. And meeting Thelma, that was just such a joy. I'm like, oh my God, it's Eleanor's sister, just that excitement there, and just the gratitude, just grateful to be alive. And when Thelma was talking, you mentioned about going to the grocery store and just not looking at the price, you just get what you need, and I thought of that scripture, I think it's Psalms 35 or something, and it talks about, I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor a seed begging bread.
All right now.
If we can encompass that,
Man.
In our lives, no matter what situation, even in the midst of loss, of loved ones and friends and all of that, just, we don't have to worry about nothing. We don't have to worry about anything, and it's all about giving. We're talking, I'm glad you did this special on Thanksgiving so we could focus on that. So when people hear this, they can reflect back in their lives, and say, no matter what is going on in my life, I can remain grateful, and hopeful. So I'm just grateful to be alive. And I like to talk, Eleanor, so we need to just pass it on back to you.
Well, well, thank you for that, and that's true because you know what? When you're so filled with gratitude, that really says a lot and does a lot, not only for you but the people around you. And there's, I think it's like an aura that that surrounds us, and the beam of light that reflects off of us with gratitude as we carry our grace, our gratefulness, and our thanksgiving, all those, same meaningful words, that it really lights a path. We don't necessarily see it with the physical eye, but like the seven of us here today, really light the path, in darkness. We don't realize it, but you go into space. I don't know if any of you have been in a space and somebody has come in and they've just lifted up the room. You have seen, like a feeling of comfort and light around them. And I see that all as a part of our grace. I remember back we got started. I mean, I've been thankful and very grateful in my whole life because I really don't know if somebody asked me to really uh, share my path, plot how I went from one step to the other. I couldn't tell you. I can only equate it to grace,
Mm.
mercy, and and being like the mercy of God leading my path. Because back during the pandemic, um, this is how gratitude got started. I called my sister. We were talking, and then I talked her into doing a Zoom piece with me, and we did a Zoom on gratitude right in the middle of all the fear and the things that was
Mm.
happening with the pandemic, and we've come through that. And I say to people, we as a people, African American people, we have really been through something.
Mm.
And it is grace and mercy that have brought us thus far on the way. It has, brought us out of the darkness into the light. And like the song James Weldon Johnson would say, treading our path through the
Mm.
blood of the slaughtered, to now where we stand at last, seeing that bright gleam. So we as a people, we as individuals, think about the grace, the thanksgiving that's in your life. And we talk about that today to just remind people it is not a lightning bolt or anything supernatural or special. It is simple as saying thank you,
Mm.
you know, to an individual, or just, hey, thank you to the universe. You guys can join in with any thought. I know I asked you about your own Thanksgiving, but how do we transition this Thanksgiving or thankful or grateful gratitude in the day to day life of people that we encounter, or just our day to day living? Anybody want to comment on that uh, part of gratitude that we
Just
do?
with a kind word.
Mm.
And I speak to everybody I walk past, and it's just with a kind word and a smile, and just courteous, being courteous, and showing that there's love still out here in this world.
Mhm.
Thank you, Deborah, for that. And that smile is one of the things that can transcend any situation.
Mhm.
And as you go to your day to day, as you pass a person, like if you make eye contact or whatever, boy, that
Mhm.
smile says a whole lot about gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
Any others?
Yep, you could save someone's life just by a smile.
You
Like
know,
Kim said, she talks to anybody,
Mm-hmm.
everybody.
yeah,
And I
I
know
talk
that
to
she
everybody.
brings joy. So do I. I know that she
Yeah.
brings joy to people because she brings that joy and that comfort, and and we
Mhm.
need that,
Absolutely.
period, in our lives, right?
Hmm.
To keep us going.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Any other?
I think just trusting, everybody has that divinity. Not everybody knows that they have it, but we all have that. And so just to
Mm.
appreciate the divine in everybody and just try to see it, and just be kind and speak and just trust that all is well in spite of,
In spite
everything.
of.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to just add, that song that Hezekiah Walker has out. It's quite old now, but it says, "I need you,
Mm,
and you need
Right?
me,
Me.
and we're all a part of the family."
yes.
And that
Yes.
is so true, Sister
Yeah.
Beverly. Thank you. Beverly was saying how that at her time of need, Wanda was there, and you and I, Eleanor, can certainly say that at our time of need, that all of you ladies that are here were there. This is my first time meeting Beverly, but
Mhm.
Deborah, who took us on a way 3 hours to drive to see our sister, and then turn around and drove us back home. That takes love and concern for your brother or your sister to make that sacrifice. And Wanda, you have many times that she's come over here to try to help us get this uh, computer and media, whatever we're doing, set up, and Karen, the love and kind and patience
Mhm.
that she had when we was trying to do a birthday project for Eleanor. She was just as humble as can be. And of course, I'm doing individually because always, when I see Kim, I always think of her mother. I always think of her mother because the demeanor she has seems to be so much like Mother Geiger, and I appreciate that. However, I have to tell you, ladies, that I got a little snifty when Beverly said her mother was 91. Did you say?
97.
And
97.
90 what?
7.
97.
97. Okay, I
Mm.
won't be sniffy with you anymore. However, I won't say the same about Deborah because I think Mama Brown, I'm calling her, but we've talked about her, and she was still the last I heard driving her and her sister to church. I said I
Kind of
think
herself.
that's so wonderful because the earlier this day I was just thinking in my head. I said, "Oh my God!" I was looking in the mirror and I said, "I outlived my mother by 30 years at this point."
Mm.
You know, but I'm just so grateful because um, my sister now, who's 92 and
Mm.
who's our maitre d' of our family,
Hmm.
and how we've all, come together down through those years. And in my health challenges, Eleanor and my sister here, Audrey, have just been amazing caretakers of
Mm.
me. And I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. The heart is filled full of love and peace, and thanksgiving. Yes, I am very thankful.
Karen, you got any?
I would say reach out to other people, and
Mm.
don't wait for them to say that they need something. Oftentimes, people are they're unsure of whether people are willing to help them, and
Mm.
so if you can at least extend yourself, um, and ask what you can do to help,
Mm.
I think that would help.
Mhm. Again, it is wonderful to have this, time of Thanksgiving, a day where everybody comes together and know that this, whether you are by yourself, with family, wherever, that this has been a day set aside for you to reflect on your life, on your blessings, and just give thanks for the fact that you exist. Uh, the fact that here we can say for us in our country, which we always not only bless ourselves, bless our family and homes, but we bless our country as well. Because for right now, we're not dodging any bombs or being in shelters and stuff like that. And that is something to be thankful for. And I think the other things, just your existence and knowing that you really can make a difference in the world in which you live, in the country, in the city. You are the change makers. You make the difference. And giving grace to that, the grace and gratitude of life and living is really the key. It's
Mm.
really the key. So if we take time as we did today and whatever, give thanks. Remember that each and every day, rather, I do it both morning and night because I'm thankful and grateful that I'm here another day and can see it and feel it, whether it's in pain or I'm jumping up and heading on my way. And then I'm thankful again at the end of the day. And I give thanks and gratitude for the day that have just passed, for the night of comfort that I'm looking forward to, and looking forward to being alive, alert, and enthusiasm for the morning. So we all add to the life that we live, the environment that we live in. And as we add to that with gratitude, with grace, with thanksgiving, just in your thinking, speaking it in the environment, and you would be surprised if you become that essence of grace and thanksgiving, what you will draw to you and what you would set forth in the universe around us. So, as we wish each and every person a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving, and this is the greatest time of the year for me because we start out, with being grateful, thankful, and then we move right into what I call the time of light as we just rejoice in what we the Christmas spirit and all of again of giving and the light of the Christ that we celebrate was chosen this time of the year to celebrate. So I want to wish everybody Thanksgiving and give everyone here an opportunity again to say Thanksgiving or to anyone. I'm going to start with you, Karen, and just go around the circle. If you got a Thanksgiving message or a word, whatever.
Just wishing blessings to everyone on this Thanksgiving, and be thankful for your family and your loved ones and for your health and strength, and that God is, hopefully, you're taking God with you on your journey.
Always. Thank you. Kimmy.
Um, just appreciate everyone that is in your life, in your circle, even the ones that aren't in your circle.
The
Just
essence.
try to bring that energy in, maybe just hold sacred space for those people,
Yes.
who may be lost or don't have family or whatever. But happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Yeah. And and that's thank you, Kimmy. And for people like myself, you if you're living alone or whatever, have that sacred space, give grace to that space. That's really important that we know that and remember that and share that even with ourselves. Sister Thelma.
Well, I would say this is a time to be thankful, um, even if it's a challenging, because
That's what I'm saying.
sometimes during this time of the year is one of the harder times for people because of no longer having family members or friends, there to celebrate with anymore. But however, giving thanks if you've got your health and strength, if you've got presence of mind to even realize that the holiday is up on us and that you'll be celebrating it, just be thankful. I mean, just realize all the things that we have access to and how we've come from whence we've come, which has been such a long ways. If you have
Mhm.
ever had grandparents, your own parents, to tell the
Mhm.
story from whence we've come to where we are today. We can say thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. And I say happy Thanksgiving to all of you, but let every day be a day of thankfulness.
Amen. Amen. Miss Beverly.
Yes, first of all, I'd like to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone here. Have a wonderful holiday. And just sitting here listening to the comments, it has uplifted me already. My spirit, I can feel, I can feel
Mhm.
myself feeling much lighter and brighter. And that I'm grateful for. Looking forward to having a more of a thankful space where I can maybe include others as
Yes.
I grow into becoming more thankful and getting to, I think Deborah Brown, you said it about, doing for others. And that's something that I have always done, even
Mhm.
for my mom and for others is I've always given of myself. And I
Mhm.
want to continue to give of myself.
Yes,
But I
sir.
want to learn how to be more thankful,
Mhm.
to be giving, and not complaining, not frown, but be more thankful,
That you're able.
grateful and that I'm
Yeah.
able to, or God has given me strength to endure to be able to. So
Mhm. Yeah.
that's where I'm at. But thank you, ladies. And again, happy Thanksgiving to all of you.
Same to you, Beverly. And it's a gift that, we met today here on this podcast. You brought a spirit to it that we would have been lacking if you weren't here. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you.
Deborah.
I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, to enjoy your friends and families, and to piggyback what Raynell said, to reach out to someone that has lost a loved one. And this may be their first holiday without them. I had the pleasure of texting my cousin this morning because one of her sister passed, and they've been doing Thanksgiving and Christmas in Texas for 30 years or more. And
Mhm.
this is the first year that she's not going to be there. So I reached out to her early this morning to let her know that I'm praying for him. Then she sent me a text back. She's like, I was just fussing her out this morning myself, because I say, Lisa Brown, you should be here. But just to reach out to someone, because when someone passed away, it's a first for everything.
Yes.
And and you don't know what they going through something, but if just reach out to loved ones, and just tell them you love them, and you just praying for them. Yes.
Hmm. And you still, that the essence of one spirit, you still, be grateful for that. My
Yes.
brother reminded me that this year, 70 years ago, we lost our mother.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Miss Producer, Wanda Davis.
Well, this has just been really wonderful having this conversation about Thanksgiving and gratitude and just grateful for all of you all, and I'm thinking gratitude, it doesn't have to be loud, right?
That's
To be powerful.
right.
Certainly Kim is an example of that because she is quiet, calm, soft spoken, but a strong spirit in her. It's the quiet choice, to notice what's good, even when life is messy, right? Because we
Yes.
know that could be the case, and that if you tell someone it matters, it really matters, because I've learned what comes from the heart reaches the heart, right?
Reaches.
And it's remembering, as you all have said, the people in our lives, the people who show up, the small mercies that held us together when we
Yes.
needed that glue,
Yes.
just
That
the
little
little
clue.
moments that turned out to be everything, right?
Yes.
Just a little thing. Like I'm reminded when I had to go to Mississippi to a funeral, but I had to be back that next day. Deborah Brown rode with me 12 hours. I went to
There,
the
12
funeral
back.
and drove back.
Yes.
I mean, that's definitely love,
Yes.
and love, that's
Mm.
gratitude, right? And
Yes.
today, I'm not grateful. I'm not grateful because everything is perfect,
That's
right?
right.
Hey.
Right.
It's not, but because so much is still precious,
Yes.
and we're here to help one another. We're supposed to pay it forward, right? That's
Yes.
what it is. And just a group of us here. And then when people listen to this podcast later, manifest gratitude, the hope is that that's carried on, and that other people will have other groups and they just show that and take action in their lives to show the people that are
Absolutely.
around them that they're grateful. And so I'm just grateful for the strength, to begin again, right?
Right.
And for the soft reminders that we don't have to do anything alone. We are never alone. Eleanor,
Never alone.
thank
Never
you,
alone.
for gratitude is something that just goes throughout our lives, right? But thank you for providing a platform where we can talk about gratitude. Eleanor does these nuggets on a weekly basis about gratitude and different topics, and it's just a little snippet, something to hold on to.
Yes.
And so I thank you for just letting God use you, right? God's the one that gave you the thought, right? It all begins
Absolutely. Every thought we have.
Yes. So we're grateful to you for this, and I hope that we could do more of this. I know that Eleanor weekly, she does we have been doing individual interviews. In some cases, it was 2 people being interviewed just to share about gratitude in their lives and just how it permeates throughout our lives. That's something that Eleanor does as Merck Resource Manifest Gratitude podcast. And we're just excited about doing that and looking for people to talk to. So if any of you have any ideas or any suggestions for people to come on the show, just, shoot me an email or text or Eleanor, and we'll reach out to them so we can just spread this. This is a movement, right?
Yes.
That's what we want. This is a movement, Eleanor.
A movement of gratitude
going on. A movement of gratitude.
Yeah.
How about that?
And you can find us Manifest Gratitude on YouTube and our nuggets on Merck Resource. That's the Facebook. Go to Facebook. So we're moving ahead and looking at ways, we're just starting out with this podcast, looking at ways to improve it and putting it out on all the places where people listen to podcasts. So with that, I want to thank each and every one of you. I want to thank each and every person who sees this podcast. And I'm very grateful for the whole idea of following up with gratitude and sharing it so it can be a light to people, wherever you are, wherever you hear these messages, because you are the change that you seek, as Gandhi would say. So with that, have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving and share your family. And if you're just with yourself, enjoy yourself. So for that and everyone, have a happy Thanksgiving and
Thank you.
Thank you. You too.
Thanksgiving.
Okay,
Love you
bye.
guys. Bye-bye.
All right, everybody.